Good afternoon, good afternoon. I am here. First of all, let's give all honor and glory to God today because He woke us up and gave us another opportunity to make an impact on His world, right? And before I get into to my next guest, I just want to let everybody know why I created this podcast. And I always tell my guests, they said, well, tell us what we're going to, no, I'm not going to tell you what we're going to talk about because I want to be natural. Because some things that I say, sometimes I don't remember because God speaks to me to speak to my guest. So I want you guys to know that it's a business talk with Sedrick Turner. And I want all my business people to understand they can come over here and talk about anything they want to in a safe environment and just open up, because what we're trying to do is inspire and bless others that you can walk out on faith and make it happen too. So my next guest is Mr. F Hosey. But before I introduce Mr. F Hosey, this guy, we go back way back. We used to ride our motorcycles all down through Westwood, Doubletree, tearing up people's grass and everything else. Me, this guy, and my brothers. We rode motorcycles. Let me tell you another little funny story. Two stories I want to tell you before you get in, Derek.
All right.
Two stories. He went to Westwood Elementary. I went to Doubletree. He was coding. I don't know who you was trying to code on in the sixth grade at Doubletree Elementary. Derek said, I said, man, we're going to the World's Fair for our senior trip in the sixth grade. Derek said, I want to go too. So the late, great Miss Bradshaw, one of my favorite teachers in the whole wide world, Miss Bradshaw. I said, Miss Bradshaw, can my friend Derek Hosey go? She said, sure, why not? So this man was able to go on our senior trip. He went to Westwood Elementary, and I was at Doubletree. So that's one tidbit, right? And the next tidbit, first of all, I want to apologize to Mr. Ricky Richardson and the late Mr. Brown. Listen, I want to apologize, and I think this young man going to apologize too. Mr. Richardson, if you looking and out there, brother, listen, this man here that's laughing, Mr. Otis Baker, Mr. Brown, we was back there acting a fool. I was back there cracking jokes. He was cracking jokes. Mr. Brown said, God, and threw that chair back at us, almost hit us. But the reason why we was rebellious because Mr. Abel left. We didn't want to change. We didn't want Mr. Richardson. We didn't want Mr. Brown. So you know what? We thought we could act a fool to make you guys go away, but didn't work. Didn't work. So I want to apologize to Mr. Richardson and to the late Mr. Brown. And I'm pretty sure this man wants to.
But you remember though, when we called practice.
Okay.
When he said we ain't having practice Friday morning. Me and Ricky got up and said, we having practice Friday morning, whether they get here or not. We're going to be here when they get here. We got cussed out about that, too.
So did. That man. Mr. Brown didn't play. The late Mr. Brown did not play with us. So anybody who was in the band with us, now I saw Brian Sutherland. He said, I remember that chair because, went over past the saxophone head and almost hit you guys. But anyway, I got my guest. First of all, I got my guest, Mr. F Hosey, that he want to share his inspirational story, his journey in life. And guys, it's okay to start over. God He's in the blessing business. He would give you another chance, another chance. And this young man here, F Hosey, has a fleet of 18-wheeler trucks, and he's been doing it for a long time. He's been doing it, I think, when I was in business. And would you start off with one truck?
Started off with one. I've been doing it 35 years.
35 years.
So I started out as an owner-operator.
Okay.
Working for somebody else.
All right.
All that time passed by. Started my own. So, everybody, I get a lot of calls. I hire a whole lot of people from Westwood that work for me. But people don't understand. My experience, if you want to know something, I'm going to tell you. Because you can't stop what God got for me.
Amen.
And I tell people all the time, now what I'm telling people are, if you get started in trucking, you need to get your accountant first.
Get what now?
Accountant.
Accountant. Okay.
You need to get you a lawyer.
I got you.
And you need to get you some banking.
Okay.
You're going to need it.
Okay.
But everybody don't understand that. They think you you making money. Or he still got money from 1990. Who still got money from 1990? Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, it got good, it got bad, and I'm hoping it's going to get better.
Okay, so let's go back to I'm not going to say a name because I try to stay away from politicians, and you guys don't want to know what I think. I promise you I'm not going to say it. But back then, I had a whole lot of money in my bank account back then. But I'm not saying the reason why. But prior to that, what happened?
Man, prior to that, we couldn't get no money, couldn't get no loans, couldn't do nothing, you know. And I was running 2 trucks.
Okay.
I went from 2 to 5, 5 to got up to, I was running 11.
Wow.
But like 9 of them was mine.
Okay.
I'm down to 7. But in the process, 2011, well, not 2011, last year November, things got rough.
Okay.
So I had to shut down. I'm talking about when you talk about going from up here to back down and starting over, oh, it get real. And everybody just want to think, I'm going to buy me a truck, I'm going to jump out here, and I ain't going to drive, and I'm just going to put the money in. I done seen this right here, trucking. It'll take a rich man and make him poor. Overnight. I know too many people. I ain't going to call their names, but I know too many people.
So why you think, I mean, because if people think they get into the trucking industry, they don't understand about fuel costs, different overhead costs that's associated. You got to have drivers, and so kind of shed light on.
But the thing about it, the biggest thing is we jump out here and we think, well, I got the trucks. This is my business. I'm going to run this hat. Everybody got to answer to somebody. That's the first thing that we get misconstrued. The drivers, they get that misconstrued. You as an owner get it misconstrued because the brokers got the loads.
So the brokers control.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you make, how much you gonna get, whether they gonna give you the loads or not. So the way that you carry yourself carries a long way. So it means you have to become humble. And humbleness was hard for me.
Bruh.
Because if you say the wrong thing to me, I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
But when they start, we can't work with you. We can't work with you. You'll change. Yeah, you'll change. You'll change.
Yeah,
you got to change. Yeah. So once that happens, and that happened, I had to change up. And then Trump hit office. And we took off.
Man, we ain't not gonna listen, guys. Hey, I'm not promoting what this young man is
I'm not promoting anything.
And listen, it's not indicative toward this podcast. I'm just letting you guys know that I didn't say anything about Mr. T.
But I just got to tell. But I just got to tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
It took off.
So what you saying when Trump was in office?
Oh, I did the best I ever done. You know what I mean? We took off like a freight train. But now. I'm not Republican or Democrat because I can't vote. So it don't matter to me one way or the other. It does matter, but we can't do nothing about it.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, Derek. Whoever get in office, I don't care if it's Trump, whoever, Kamala Harris, I pray that they understand they got a lot of work before. And I'm going to tell you this. The businesses, a lot of them are really suffering right now. And we're going to have somebody to go and fight for, ordinary things they got to do too.
But the small business is what controls the world.
That's we the biggest employer.
Yeah. But we the smallest man on the totem pole.
Amen.
They gave out all this money, but they didn't say, hey, we just going to dump some money in y'all lap and give y'all something too.
But
when they dumped the money, yeah, they gave us all kind of money. But guess what they did? Everything went sky high.
Well, okay, so let's talk about that. So I'm in the restaurant industry. You in the trucking industry. So the excuse was when raw material went up for us was COVID, right?
Well, we was rolling through.
Y'all was rolling. I was rolling too. But
the fuel went from $3 to $5.
But okay, my point is,
I had a fuel bill of $100,000 every month.
Wee.
Yeah.
A whole lot of money in it, man.
Hey, but I'm telling you, it literally will take you from doing good to starving and trying to figure out where you're going to pull. I had to break down. I had a truck that left out Monday. Bluetooth tires.
Okay, how much a tire costs? A recap?
A recap?
Yeah, recap.
About $350.
$350.
Yeah. So he Bluetooth tires, and I don't buy a recap.
Okay, you buy new. How much a new tire?
Anywhere from $450 to $650.
Oh, okay.
So He blew 2 tires, went up the road, probably 200-300 miles of the road, blew 2 more tires. So the money that load was gonna pay,
yeah, paying over.
I done bought it in tires. And still got to buy fuel and, you know what I mean, and do everything else. So I tell people, don't jump out here. And people that call me, and they might think I'm just telling them something to keep them at the business. But if you're going to jump in this business with one truck and you ain't finna drive, you ain't finna make it. And that's just an honest, the times have changed.
Yeah.
To have your own authority in one truck, you cannot make it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what, Derek, you said something very important. And I want people to understand what he just said. Because a lot of people like us being in business, like if I'm gonna start a trucking company, I'm gonna call this man. But I'm gonna tell you the problem I'm seeing is ego. Our ego gets in our way where we can't pick up the phone and say, hey, it's free information that's gonna cost you a loan.
You just don't know how many people I done talked to, and I'm gonna give you the game. Mm-hmm. I done had friends that give them the game, they just don't listen. They tell me,
ego.
No, they tell me, man, just do business. I tell people all the time, business and trucking is 2 different things. Mm-hmm. I don't care what nobody, you can get in the restaurant business. I can't run the restaurant business, but you definitely can't get in here and take your concept of your restaurants and do trucking. It's too many moving parts, too many people that you have to deal with. Mm-hmm. Drivers,
well, we got employees, so it's like managers, so there you go.
Yeah.
So it's similar but different in nature.
Yeah.
So you got to adapt differently. You know, you got to learn how to deal with brokers. Like we don't call it brokers. We have to learn how to deal with vendors.
Right.
So it's similar concept, so to speak. But I see where you're coming from. So okay, so if I want to start a trucking business, give me some advice that you would give me right here.
First thing I'm gonna ask you is how much money you got saved.
I don't know.
No, I'm just saying that's gonna be the first thing I'm gonna ask you.
So what you saying now?
Because
what you got?
It's gonna cost to get started.
I got you.
Everything costs to get started. You got to think that truck. Now you can buy.
How much truck?
You can buy 2020 for probably 45,000.
Okay.
Where during COVID, I know some people bought trucks and they overpaid. They paid 200,000 just for the truck.
Wow.
And then still bought a trailer. And they stuck with them.
So right there in itself. So if you pay 45 versus 200,000, where your break even?
It ain't no break even.
Well, you got to have one because
it's not a break even because I can tell you from my experience. I done had drivers total out trucks. I done had lawsuits. That's why I started over. Mm-hmm. I went from Team Hosey, which was my baby.
So you had another LLC or corporation.
Now I got a corporation.
So you had an LLC at first, it was a limited liability corporation.
Yeah. Now I went to incorporation. So it's Team Express Logistics.
S Corp or C Corp, just a regular C Corp.
C Corp.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And my accountant had explained to me on that. She said, "You're making too much money to be an LLC because people don't explain to you that an LLC still tied to your Social Security number. So that money, that money,
income to you.
Yeah, it still falls on your back. Mm-hmm. So that stuff you have to learn. Don't nobody know. When I was really going through it, and these lawsuits coming, and I'm calling people, and these are the people that's supposed to know, and they don't know.
So let me ask you something without getting into it. So you saying you had lawsuits. Did you have insurance, anything?
Insurance wasn't paid.
They weren't paid for it.
I had a driver that drove a load. Mm-hmm. He said the trailer was pulling funny. Why you didn't pull over? He didn't pull over. He kept going. He burned the trailer down. With the freight. So
you had to pay for it.
I ain't pay for nothing.
Well, they tried to sue you.
Yeah, they tried to sue. We've been in litigation for the longest. But I figured out that I was going to have to file bankruptcy. Shut down and file bankruptcy. But I just didn't have that lawsuit. I had another guy. I put it on Facebook.
I saw that.
By himself.
I saw it.
Come down to Bangman. He had he had a heart attack. He had already had a heart attack before. Mm-hmm. Didn't have medical card. I didn't know it. That's negligence on my part.
Okay.
He turned over, almost killed himself. Mm. And that was coming. That was coming down the pipeline. It was just so much coming down the pipeline, and it just all coming up all of a sudden. So I had to start figuring out, okay, what I'm finna do. Insurance went out the roof. I was paying somewhere around $1,400 to $1,600 a month for truck insurance. The profit is this big. The bills is this big.
Okay.
So you really be thinking, it looks like it's you really getting it.
But you're not.
You getting it.
Yeah.
It's coming through there.
Yeah.
You ain't keeping it.
Okay, let me ask. So bag up. Here's something that's very, very important. Now, if Derek had started just Derek Hosey, then incorporate. So a corporation is another legal entity from you. So if it protects your personal asset if you incorporate or have a corporation. Therefore, if he went out there and just said Derek Hosey Trucking, you had no legal entity.
So they could have took everything.
They could have took his house. They could have sued him and everything. So right now you got a corporation that protects your personal asset.
Right.
So that's important.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you already you're already in it.
Yeah.
You got to figure out how to get out of it.
How you got it?
And then you got to go down and sit down and talk to some people. Mm-hmm. And we don't like talking to lawyers, but we need them. Mm-hmm. You need a lawyer and you need your banker. The people that you hear doing real good, they got bankers. They ain't gonna tell you they got somebody that's gonna fund whatever they need to fund it. But you got to have some kind of line of credit. You got to have something to sustain. Because I'm telling you, from a person that was doing real good to doing bad to getting back to going, really getting back, without that, you ain't going to make it. And you got to be able to have in your mind that no matter what, this is what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And that, they come from where we brought up from. We've been through. I got a whoop come around y'all house. Yeah, you pass the house and go around Little Riggy house. Mama with me all the way home.
Sure did. I remember that. So Derek, here's the thing, man. I appreciate your honesty because a lot of people need to know this. They need to, because it's listen.
What I'm gonna get on here for if I ain't gonna give you the real?
Hey, this is the real, and I appreciate it. But see, here's the thing. You listen. You fell down on your knees and you turn it over to the Lord.
Oh yeah, been there, man.
And guess what he did?
But guess what? Through my whole life, he ain't never let me fail. I've been through some stuff. Now he gonna put you through something, but I ain't never failed. I get down. I got people I can pick up the phone and call. If I need some help, I ain't scared to call somebody. Hey man, I need $2,000-3,000 to Monday. Because I know some more money gonna hit Monday. So that's what you have to do. You got to call on people that you know you can depend on. And that's far and few in between. Real talk. But God has showed me, set me down, showed me how to go back through this thing, restructure this thing where it keeps me out the way. My biggest problem is I don't trust people. So where I need a team, it's hard for me to get a team. Because it's hard to open up the books and say, here you go. People don't understand. That's hard. That's a hard thing to do when it's your baby. And turn it over and say, I'm going to get out the way. Go on, do it. My account was like, Mr. Hosey, I can't do nothing if you don't let me in your bank account. I'm going to send you the information. I had to call somebody else because they dealt with her. Give them the access and let them deal with her. Because I just hard to open up the book.
Well, you have to be careful. You got to have a CP that you can trust, that you don't have to look, because a lot of them, they don't get you, especially when you give them your account information. So you gotta be real cognizant of that fact.
Yeah.
Right? So that's good that you did that. But the CPA I got and the attorney I got, I trust them.
Yeah.
You got to trust them. Because if you don't...
But trust comes with time.
Well, no, yeah, but it comes with time. But you got to trust somebody because certain things you don't know, they know.
Yeah.
They can save you a lot of money and headache down the road. Trust me.
Yeah.
Take it from me. I got my fair share of lawsuits too.
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what I tell people is, don't hide from a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Because what they get you on that default judgment, you're done. And when they get you on that default judgment, you know what's going to happen? In Tennessee, it automatically attaches to your house. The lien does. So you cannot sell your house until you satisfy that lien.
See, and that's one thing. The lawsuit was coming up. So I had to get my stuff together, which I had been, I knew I was going to have to, I kept the LLC open, and I had the corporation open, but they was almost battling against each other, which you don't really be understanding, because I was running on the same DOT and same MC, because I didn't want you to lose that time. Because once you lose, I couldn't deal with the brokers that I was dealing with, because a lot of these people I've been dealing with since I've been in it.
So time is give you like
seniority
over somebody else.
Yeah, well, it don't give you seniority. It makes you be able to get certain loans.
I got you. Okay.
And
because your relationship.
Okay. And that part we don't really understand. Nobody don't really understand. Like when I was getting ready to change things, we wanted to keep all that other stuff. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. I called everybody. Everybody I could think that really been doing this and know and supposed to know, they didn't know. You had to do your own research. And you know I wasn't good in school. I was good in math, but I wasn't good in English. So I had to come out, I'm going to get on that computer and I'm going to
work it out.
Yeah, and figure it out.
Well, here's the thing. So this week, I'm going to tell you, first day, Aaron Hall, Westwood.
I got life insurance with him.
See? Anthony Laudica, Slice of Soul.
Been meaning to get down there, but you just need to open it back up at lunch.
Okay. You trucking.
Yep.
All you guys from Westwood. Let me tell you something. People, these youngsters need to see more of you. They need to see, we got to get back to the basic, the grassroots of the community. Hold on. We got to get back to the basic, right? We from Westwood. A lot of people don't see us. They don't see us. They don't even know we exist. The only thing they see is the rappers and whoever they want to see. But we got to get, and I don't care what school you went to, Whitehaven, Mayor Rose, whatever school, we got to get back to the basics.
Yeah.
And if we don't, man, our kids are not going to have a seat at this table.
Right.
Because we got to fight what's right. We got to reward, that's why I do certain things in the school system, not only for the kids, we got to reward. These educators are having it tough right now. I don't know what they got going on down there, but I heard a horror story make your head spin yesterday. So guess what? Educators, man, my hat's off to them, brother, because they not only do they have to deal with listen, they can't get the training at home, so I'm training your kids listen. If you was an educator, if you are an educator, my hat's listen. God bless you, because
I couldn't do it.
I can do it. I can do it to a certain degree because most of them are passionate, just like my sister-in-law. She's passionate about these kids. She loves these kids. So you can do it, but you just got to be passionate about what you're doing.
But you know how Mr. Abel used to do it?
Mr. Abel used to do it. Lord have mercy, man.
See, you can't do that now.
You can't. Mr. Abel used to have a pistol on his side.
Yeah.
He going down to the hole down there in Westwood, he had a pistol. I bet you won't walk up on Mr. Abel.
Yeah.
So I remember one day we was in jazz band practice. Somebody ran past the band room door and said, Mr. Abel, bald head Mr. Abel. He hollered out, yo, mammy. Man, that was so funny. Mr. Abel, Lord, I love you so much, sir. I know a lot of people that's watching that went to Westwood. I'm going to tell you something. Whitehaven, y'all had a good band, but couldn't nobody mess with
at all.
Listen, y'all could mess with. What's your boy name with the Whitehaven with the trumpet? What's his name? What's with the Whitehaven?
He's bald head too. All us bald head. Barber. He a barber.
What's his name?
Can't think.
You know what I'm talking. Listen.
Yeah.
You know you cannot mess with us. I hope you looking at this. We used to tear y'all ass up. I'm sorry, Lord. Pastor Bow, forgive me. I'm sorry. But listen, Whitehaven, I'm telling you, we used to go. Wayne. Wayne Robinson used to talk a lot of smack.
Yeah.
I love you still today, my brother. But we used to tell up Whitehaven. I'm telling y'all couldn't touch Westwood. I'm telling you, I'm going to keep talking about Westwood. Y'all couldn't but anyway.
Back to trucking.
Back to trucking.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm going to tell you this. That another thing that people get mixed up.
Okay.
This is a 7-day job.
Okay.
24 hours a day job.
All right.
My phone rings all night and all day. Mm-hmm. If you ain't ready for that, your spouse ain't ready for that, don't do this. Your spouse.
Your who?
Spouse.
Oh, I don't have that problem.
Don't do it.
KP.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Because I can't tell you the last time I've been out of town.
So what you saying, Willis?
I'm too busy.
Oh.
My phone ring all night.
So what you saying? 24 hours.
This don't stop. It don't care nothing about no birthdays.
Understand?
It don't care about you going to church.
So the lows go 200, 365 days.
These trucks stay moving. Now they in on the weekend. They call. I got to work on trucks on the weekend.
Y'all hear this?
I work on trucks every day. It's never a day that I can cut that phone off unless I ain't got nothing to do and I always got something to do. If you ain't ready for that part of it, don't do this. This ain't nothing that you gonna get somebody your truck and tell them to go do their thing. This ain't it. This ain't that game. Now you might be able to find something else to do. And it's the same thing I tell people. Everybody asks me about box trucks. I don't really know about box trucks. But I can tell you Derek Todd do. And everybody that called me about box trucks, get him his number.
Derek Todd, another Westwood. Went to Westwood, 8 in the band.
And guess what?
Okay.
I talked to him yesterday.
Okay.
4 o'clock in the morning last night, he was still working. Just had got in. That's what it takes. So if you ain't ready to work and work at it to really make it, this ain't it.
Well, bottom line, you got to put the work in. If you don't put the work in, you won't get it out. Because guess what? When you put the work in, you appreciate it. You appreciate your hard work and sacrifice and dedication. So you got to put the work in, what you're saying. Put the work in. Trust me, it'll pay for itself.
Yeah.
It'll definitely pay for itself, Derek. And, at the end of the day, like I said, if I'm going into trucking, I'm calling you.
Yeah.
If I'm going to any other industry, I don't know, because you've been there and done that.
Yeah.
You've been through the ups and downs,
I'm still going through.
Wait, listen. Guess what? But you starting over, right?
Yeah.
So tell us, because your story is starting over. So tell us what you're doing to start over.
Starting over,
Okay.
Like I told you, I did the incorporation.
Okay.
I'm really still closing up the other business. So I'm starting over. I'm down to 4 trucks. I ain't running before. I got 7. But I ain't running before. So insurance was so high, starting over, that I couldn't bring them all on. When I wanted to put on 5 trucks, they told me it was going to be an extra $5,000 on what I'm already spending $9,000 on. So I'm like, that don't make sense. So I just told my agent this morning, you got to find me some more insurance. I can't keep paying this. You know it. We don't think about that part. And then you still got to buy tires. You got to buy fuel. I just had an issue with American Express this morning because that's what I use for my fuel card. So the money in the bank, but the bank didn't pay the bill. So I'm on the phone with them early this morning. Why y'all didn't pay this bill? Well, the money went in there before 5 o'clock. I'm like, it don't say that on the paper. It said long as the money there before it go through at 12 o'clock. She said, no, that can go through at any time. Well, y'all didn't tell nobody that.
So let me ask you something then. So if I do a load, how long it takes you to get your money?
I factor. So
okay.
I get my money right then.
Oh,
just about right then. If everything right, I get my money then. But you just got to think. You still got the money going there, but it's other stuff waiting on that money. You know what I mean? And the lows are not paying what they should be paying.
I got you.
The rates and drop somewhere in between 30% of what they was paying.
Okay.
I run from my runs are Houston to Ohio.
Gotcha.
We was getting $3,000, $3,200 to do that back and forth. It's down now.
Oh, really?
You might get 25, 24, 25 going up. But they don't want to pay you nothing coming back down. So you have to maneuver.
Is the industry still competitive? The trucking industry, is it competitive? Or?
Yeah, and what I'm really hoping to happen is we get the right person in office and they start regulating the brokers. They regulating the people.
So brokers not regulated?
None of this is regulated anymore. It's regulated with my dad.
Okay, your dad, okay.
Yeah. And I had to tell you that story too.
Okay.
I was 19, 20 years old. You know, I was in the streets. My dad stumbled up on my money. He said, you don't get somewhere and sit down, you don't put you out. We're going to take this money, we're going to buy a truck with it. I said, man, ain't no money, no trucking. It's just ironic. Look what I'm doing. Wow. But I didn't want to listen. We was hard-headed. I got sons now. I've been telling them, man, come on, get in this truck. I got some young dudes making $2,000 a week. They make more money than I do sometimes.
Well, you know what, our children, you have to, I pray about it. Like my daughter, you know, she tried to do certain things she want to do, but guess what? When God is ready for them, they gonna come.
Yeah, I had to learn. It took a long time for me to learn.
You know, my daughter, it took her a while to come to fruition. Like, listen, I'm trying to leave you. This is your legacy, right? Generational wealth. That's what we need to get focused on as a race. We need to start leaving stuff for our kids and their kids and things. So that's what you got to set them up for, because that's what I'm sacrificing for. Because I wanted. You know, we had it good. You know, we had motorcycles, mopeds, and all that.
We were spoiled.
We were spoiled. So we was, you know,
and we spoiled our kids.
There you go.
So in essence, us spoiling our kids.
Well, not spoiled. You want to show them.
You spoiled them.
You
gave them everything.
No, listen, I didn't spoil. I'm making a disclaimer here. I ain't spoiled my babies, but my babies are. Listen, I want to show them that hey, they can do it. If I can do it, they can do it. You could, you know, because you want them to be able to. Because when I'm dead and gone, they need to be able to know what to do and how to do it, right?
But true.
All right.
But I done found out with my kids, they don't want to do what you do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. God has to bring them.
Yeah.
You can't make them do it.
Yeah, I've been trying to make mine.
See, you can't make them do it. You got to let God work that.
Yeah.
You know, God has a plan for us all, and our kids, everybody. So we have to work the plan the map that's paved out for us, right? So you got to wait. Be patient. Let them be who they want to be. Like I'm not like my young daughter.
I wish they would come take us so I can I can go on a trip.
Hey,
they going on trips and I can't go.
Well, hey, I'm gonna go. Believe that. But listen, but Derek, I appreciate your honesty, brother, and I hope people are inspired by your story. And I'm gonna sum it up. I'm gonna let you kind of sum up. Just give some advice, because what I want to do, I'm gonna put you on the spot. You believe?
Yeah, I always have.
Westwood Nation, he believes.
Yes, sir.
So we need to see you. We need you at Westwood. We need you. Alice Baker, we need you. We need you guys to come back. Guess what? Because we all believe. But we got to come together as one.
Yeah, because for a long time they've been trying to close down Westwood.
Yeah, but we're not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
So I don't care who looking in Memphis City. You guys not doing that. I promise you. And everything I love, you're not closing down Westwood High School. We're gonna revitalize Westwood community. We're gonna do it. We're gonna fight for it. We're gonna continue to fight for it. We're gonna stand up for what's right. That's what. Listen. We're from Westwood. We wouldn't be where we are today.
No,
none of us.
I tell people that, you know, I done heard the stories.
What?
And I ain't gonna call no names.
Don't call.
But they said the people in Memphis, when they get, you know, most people talk about what college they went to, and this in Memphis they talk about what high school they went to. You know, like, cause we don't talk about the college we went to. Mm-hmm. They downplay us as a little country or whatever. They talk about the schools because we got pride in our area. From where we live in Westwood, we love Westwood. I always got my Westwood T-shirts on.
Man, thank you. We need you at Westwood. We need you. You know, the school systems need you. We need to get in and not only just, you know, with the kids in the school system. We got to get in and spend time with those kids. They want time. I'm not talking about money. They want time. They want to do, like what Joe with the youth of Westwood, man, he spent time with those kids. Those kids love Joe Cox. They love this man. He is an inspiration in that community. And man, we got to stand up for people like that. For good brothers like that, we got to stand, because guess what? It ain't about me and you. It's about those kids.
Yeah.
And they are our future, Derek. And we need to stand up and do it right now. So I'm gonna let you say one last thing you want to tell everybody. But Derek, I'm proud of you, brother.
I appreciate it. I'm proud of you too. You know how far we go back?
We go way back. Listen, that was my best friend back in the day. We used to ride motorcycle. We used to basketball, all that. Me, Derek, Todd. We had a good time. And the late Anthony, what's Anthony's last name? Anthony
Harris.
Anthony Harris.
Tyrone
Harris. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go way back.
And see, he started trucking cars.
See. See how you inspire somebody?
Yeah.
See, so you gonna inspire some other people to do it.
Hey, it's out here to get it.
What's the name of your truck? Tell everybody the name of your trucking company and your name.
Team Express Logistics. That's what it is now.
Phone number?
901-834-1995. That's the business phone.
Okay,
901-834-1775.
Okay.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. God was speaking through me. I don't know what you said.
Hey, guess what? They know how to get in touch with.
Get in touch with Derek.
I'm always, my door's open.
You okay, dude. You are definitely okay. So, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I just want to let you guys know that I hope when you watch these podcasts, they are inspiration to you guys. I don't get paid for this. I don't. I mean, I really don't. That's not my intent and purpose. My intent and purpose is to help God build His kingdom. At the end of the day, I want people to understand that it's okay to fail. You know, you fall, but you get up hard swinging. Have faith and trust in the Lord that He gonna give you another chance. He's in the blessing business to give you another chance, but you just gotta ask for it. You gotta continue to go strong in your faith. You gotta give back, because when you give back, it cleanses your soul. God gonna remember. He gonna remember. Like I keep saying, God not gonna remember Derek for how many trucks he got. He gonna remember how much money Trump put in his account. He gonna remember Derek from what he's done in the community.
Don't say it about Trump no more.
Man, listen,
they gonna get you.
They ain't gonna get me. People know. They know where my heart is. They know where my heart is. They know who I'm voting for. But anyway,
who you vote for?
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you, and I'm not gonna tell them. I'm voting independent. No, I'm just kidding. But listen, they people need to understand that they're, you know, like I got an interview with Mo. Listen. My fraternity brother, Mo, and his partners with Slim and Husky Pizza. I got an interview with him next week. You know, it's a lot of us doing a lot of good things out here.
But we don't work together.
We don't work together as one. Listen.
See, and this is another thing.
Yeah.
I had a couple buddies, man. Mm-hmm. All us got 5, 6, 7, 8 trucks apiece.
Yeah.
But we don't know how to come together under one umbrella to really make this thing work.
Well, now you start.
Because see, it takes. I can't do it by myself. It takes more than one person to get together. But see, everybody, want nobody think somebody else gonna get more than they gonna get. You bring it, you can put this in paper and everybody get their fair share. But don't nobody want to do that.
We can do it.
It's gonna take a group of black truckers to come together to really be able to get our part and get our share.
We can do it. Listen, you can do it. You got to spearhead it first of all. Somebody got to spearhead it.
Yeah.
Somebody got to be, like in Westwood, somebody got to step up and say enough is enough. Enough is enough. We taking back our community.
Yeah.
We gonna rid all this.
You doing that?
Huh?
You doing it?
No, we doing this.
I know, but you not spearhead.
No, we gonna continue to spearhead this together. And I'm telling you right now, listen, I'm heading that. Listen, I'm like a genie. I'm heading to see you next, Dr. Watson. We getting ready to get on live next because we gonna shed some light on some things here shortly. But we got to come together. Just like you said, Derek, if we could all, it's a lot of money for us out there to be made. We just don't come together.
It's a lot of us trucking together
already
that they might not like you because you look like you getting $2 more than they get.
Crab in the bucket mentality.
What God got for you, He got for you.
Amen.
What He got for me, I got mine. If He wanted me to have it, He gonna give it to me. And I know that.
We can have so much more working together.
Yes, sir.
Listen, we can have
just think if you could just think you could put 10 truckers together. Mm-hmm. Everybody own their own truck. And I ain't talking about nobody with one truck. I'm talking about own trucks, trucking companies. You can go somewhere, you can go to Procter & Gamble and say, hey, listen, we got 30, 40, 50 trucks, and we want this whole contract. Wherever it's going, we're going to take it. Mm. Like, give us our fair share and give us that money. Give us the money that we do. Not these kibbles and bits they passing out. We want that real money.
But you can do it. Once you speak, you can do it.
I've been trying.
You can. You from Westwood, man.
No,
yeah.
You
can do it. You just got to stay persistent with it. And you got to see a lot of things we do. We give up easy. And I'm not saying you. But
I'm gonna tell you. Derek. But what it really takes is to find the right people that really know how to put it together under one umbrella to make it work.
It can work.
Yeah, I know it can work. They doing it.
Listen, y'all hear that idea right here? What's the day? What's the day here today?
Today is the 23rd.
The 23rd. You saying that, and you gonna speak that?
And guess what?
Huh?
The Russians do it. They have one company umbrella, and they have 15, 20 companies, and all you got to do is look how Chicago, all the loads, I can tell you, the loads coming out of Chicago pay more than they pay anywhere else. Ain't nothing running but Russians. Now you got the Indians, they stepping in, they do all the brokering almost. I get 90 calls a day. But I'm telling you, everybody working together except us. We don't work together. He gonna get $2 more than I do. He bought a what? He bought a Bentley Hall, man. What he doing? He's stealing our money. That's how we are.
Guys, listen. We got to come together. I mean, I don't care what walk of life you're from, but we got to come together as one. We got to, first of all, put God in this plan. If we put God in this plan, we can work together and do what other folks are doing, but better. But because it's so many, listen, it's so many people that's blessed out here, that's smart. And I say this about my fraternity brothers. It was 37 brothers on that line. Bless the rest of the souls of 2 of them that passed away, 3 of them. We are so smart, brother. I mean, we can, listen, I'm talking about on my line at Tennessee State University, Resurrection 37, my sayings, man, we can make some noise. If we just come together as one, we can all win.
Yeah.
We can all win together. If everybody could put their ego aside, right?
Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
Put your ego aside, and guess what? Listen, have a common goal and objective, and we achieve it together. Because KSI is about achievement. Life should be about achievement. You know, and if we stay focused, listen, people always say, I don't have time. Man, you can make time for whatever you want to do. Yeah. You can make time for whatever you want to do. You just got to put your mind, because you can do whatever you want to do. And I'll tell you, this little guy came up to me. He was probably about 14 years old. And I said, what's going on? I ain't going to say his name. He was upset because a teacher of his told him he wasn't going to be nothing in life. And man, that really touched my heart. Hold on.
I got told that too.
I got told that too a lot. But if we don't, my point being, if we don't step up and make it better for them, he probably won't. We got to step up, bro.
True.
We got to step up.
But you got told that, I got told that. But guess what? I always said, I'm going to prove them wrong.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. That's you. I don't try to prove wrong to nobody. I prove to myself I can do it.
Well,
because a lot of people told me, hey, I fit Red Robin on Winchester. They laughed at me. Who laughing now? Who got the last laugh?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, God has a plan for us all.
Yeah.
And he's in it.
Like, and he's going. Sometimes he breaks you down to get people out your way.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you how he broke me down. And I'm gonna share this with everybody else. The great Pastor Stacy Spencer, my fraternity brother. I never forget you. I love you, brother. He told me, he set me down. He said, you going too fast. You need to slow down. When you praying to God, he's not listening to you because you're going 25 miles. You're going too fast. So guess what?
I did the same thing.
So we all do it. So my point being, we all do it. In order for God to hear you, you got to be in peace. You got to settle down. You got to focus on what you're trying to do. You can't say, well, I'm praying to God, you're going 2,500 miles per hour. You can't do it. But he told me. And guess what? When he told me that, God humbled me. I shut down. I said, I'm gonna take the pastor's advice. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna eat this humble soup, and I'm gonna get back up and keep going.
Well, that basically the same thing for me.
Okay.
I shut down. Went under somebody else's authority. I was still running it. Then at the same time, I started building my own back. Now I'm back. I'm coming back. So hopefully, I'm working on some new insurance. So hopefully, these next 2-3 months, I can get insurance cheaper where I can bring all my trucks back online.
That's good.
So yeah, he humbles you. Because
he
when you talking about the kind of money that goes through my hand, but you don't get it, and everybody think that you got it, because you might see one of them 2-3 cars. And you think because I got a car, we got it all? But you don't see the back end? Because it's the back end that don't nobody talk about.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Money management, if it goes to my hand, it's gonna stay in my hand. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because another thing we got to do too, we got to get our money management skills on
that's the first thing I told you. You
got
got to have money management class. I still need that.
You got to. You got in this game. You got to have discipline. You got to have when you get money, because I'm telling you, it's gonna come. I've seen it, but you got to have discipline. You got to you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. You know.
And I think that was when the money was really coming in. Mm-hmm. I kept buying trucks, kept buying, and I should have stopped buying, and I didn't. But I realized that now, but it's too late. Mm-hmm. If I would have stopped at 6 trucks, 5 trucks, and kept my money, I would have been good. But I didn't do that. Every time I look up, I'm buying another truck. Because if one time I was only buying unless I had the money to pay for them. Mm-hmm. Then I was listening to somebody, started listening to somebody else, got off my own plan. Mm. That's another thing people need to stick to your plan, not somebody else's plan. Mm-hmm. I let somebody get in my ear, man, you need to finance some trucks, man. You don't supposed to be spending all your money in cash. I should have kept doing what I was doing because I wasn't buying nothing that I couldn't pay for. Mm. If I couldn't pay for it, I didn't buy it. Then I started playing the credit game and using the credit. That was the wrong. That was my biggest mistake.
Well, man, you have said a mouthful here, sir. Man, I appreciate you. Man, God
appreciate
bless
you, bro.
Man, we gonna do some things together. We gonna link up. We gonna do some things together. Man, I'm like this here. I feel great, like Tony Tack said. Great, KP. I feel great. But anyway. I pray that this podcast inspired a lot because you did. You blessed some people out here today. We definitely did.
Well, no use me coming here if I'm gonna lie to them.
Listen, we don't. Listen, none of this is practice. We don't.
Right.
No. It just comes that because that's the purpose of this show because I want you guys to be upfront and honest because guess what? I have. So you should be able to.
Send me some insurance people. Okay. That need to call me. Black insurance people that gonna give me a good rate. And know how to get in them rooms and wiggle them numbers. Send me that. Send me some bankers. I need some bankers that know how to get in the back rooms. And when they say no, you're going to say, hey, we're going to give them a chance.
Well,
small bankers. I want small. I don't want no more big banks.
You guys, when you start messing with these bankers,
I know you know.
You got to get a track record. See, they go by track record. You got to have a track record that you've proven success. If you got a track record, you proven success, they'll give you a signature $1 million loan. But you got to have a track record.
Yeah.
You got to build your asset up. You got to have some asset. You know, and like I said, all my properties are on all the buildings, all my assets. So asset is really where it is. You know, that's where the going thing. You know, houses and commercial property. So if you build that track record up in the relationship, what's very important with a banker is relationship. You got to get a relationship because if you do, that banker will fight for you. Because if you don't, you won't get.
That's been the hardest part.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
I bank with Navy Federal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Navy Federal is good on personal.
That's it.
But they ain't worth a poop on business.
I got a couple bankers for you. Okay.
They ain't nothing when. No. And when you talking about you running millions through their bank, mm-hmm. and they still look at you as a number. You just somebody that I could tell you that part. I'm still running millions through the bank. It just ain't coming to me like it was.
Yeah, you better talk to your CPA. But anyway, talk to your CPA. But Derek, thank you so much. Listen, guys, thank you all so much for joining in with the Business Talk with Sedrick Turner. And next week, I'm gonna bring you guys next week. Mo with Slim and Husky, him and his partners with Slim and Husky Pizza. I'm sorry. Everybody know them. They from Tennessee State. They Alpha Theta Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Them brothers are really doing it. So I'm going to them next. I need you guys to hear from them. I need you to hear just like with Anthony Latica, how they started something from scratch and see how successful they are. Okay. So I thank you guys for tuning in. God bless you. And like I'm gonna tell you, say love, peace, and hair grease.
Peace.
Peace.